Well, March began like a roaring lion for some of us, including the place known as home of the world's worst weather. That roar, the wind. Mount Washington Observatory, located in the presidential range of the White Mountains of New Hampshire, recently measured one of their strongest wind gusts in about 30 years.
So what do you do, Stephen, when you have historic winds take over your home base? You go out in it, obviously. So you're watching the staff at the observatory in those winds that neared 140 miles per hour. The team making like penguins as they safely slid down the observation deck. When it was all over, they tallied up 39 consecutive hours of gusts over 100 miles per hour.
I mean, February was a wild month, and March, in a lot of ways, hasn't disappointed for wind lovers. You can find those wind lovers atop Mount Washington, too. Actually, we have one that's joining us this morning, Charlie Peachey. He's a weather observer, a researcher, IT specialist of Mount Washington Observatory. Charlie, good morning. So, read your blog. March began like a lion. Maybe it wasn't as strong as February, but I would imagine any wind gust that's over 100 miles an hour, that's something. Does it sound different? Does it sound like a roar when you're experiencing those types of winds inside? Inside, because I know you guys went outside.
Yes, inside it definitely does. I mean, the best way to describe it is like a Hollywood film. Like everything you hear about those winds whistling in the Hollywood films during the extreme weather events, I'm pretty sure they filmed that audio here, because that's exactly what it sounds like when the winds are pretty extreme up here. It is very, very crazy experience once you're up here, and the building is essentially singing to you when the winds are whistling that high.
That's a nice little song, right? So I want to ask you, so the video we're showing where you guys are sliding down the observation deck, that was earlier in the month, that was March 7th, correct? When the wind hit 138 miles per hour. That was the stronger gust of the day. But put into perspective, though, because that's not the strongest wind that you've ever dealt with at the top of Mount Washington.
Correct. We actually have the unofficial world record for the highest wind speed recorded by man back in 1934 at 231 miles an hour. So that is the top of our records here at the observatory. But anything around the 160, 170 mile an hour mark is always going to be pretty extreme. So back right around the end of February, we recorded a 161 mile an hour gust, and that was the second strongest gust since 1994, the third strongest gust ever recorded in February. So definitely pretty extreme when things are getting that high, but even gusts of 138 miles an hour are not too common up here. That's probably the second time that I've been able to experience it in my about 2 years working here. So anytime we get winds of 120 plus, we're always going to be very interested as weather nerds to go out and see what it's like.
Charlie, is it the winter that really brings those stronger winds? This is a wild picture. You're almost parallel to the ground.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
winds, though, is it because of the season that we're in that leads to these stronger winds on Mount Washington?
It leads a bit to a seasonality, more of the change in the seasons than the winter season in particular. Winter, we do get stronger winds, we get stronger low pressure systems, but kind of the in-between shoulder seasons, right as we're now transitioning from winter to spring, we're just getting a lot more of an active weather pattern. That jet stream's starting to shift a little more. It's sending kind of more low pressures and high pressures into our area. And when we have a low pressure system and a high pressure system sitting close proximity like we did on March 7th and back at the end of February, we get those extreme wind conditions. So it's really just kind of the active weather pattern pushing everything together right at this time of the year.
Well, it is wild, and I loved your write-up, and I appreciate your enthusiasm for the weather as well. But before we go, we want to switch really quickly to this other really fun topic out of Mount Washington, out of the observatory, because recently, as you know, we celebrated your resident pet's birthday, Nimbus, who is the resident pet at Mount Washington. So Nimbus, there, I'm not sure he, she, they is, but Nimbus celebrating, what, 5 years now?
Yes, 5 years since we've had him at least. Yep.
We love the name.
Thank you.
Because of the Latin word nimbus,
Yes.
It means clouds. Does Nimbus Kitty need a friend, Charlie? Asking because I know someone. We have a picture. His name's Cumulus. I actually have Q as my pet. He was named Q because I don't know if you can see your screen. When he is in his full coat, he looks like a cumulus cloud. And Marissa had the line, I think if we were to combine Q and Nimbus, we would have quite a duo.
A dynamic duo.
I think that is the best way to put it. I mean, Nimbus is also a term for a gray cloud with rain, and Nimbus is a gray kitty. So a kind of a cumulonimbus cloud would be a perfect combination right there.
I say so. And I hear that y'all sell Nimbus kitty merchandise. You can buy that on, is that right?
It is right. You heard right. You can go into our website currently and buy it, or you can come up here this summer to our museum and then hopefully take a tour. And if you're lucky enough, Nimbus kind of hangs out for the tours every now and again for the summer.
Well,
but
if I'm able
typically
to
the best way to experience him is through his museum plush toy.
All right.
His museum plush toy.
Ever,
you need a plush toy for Q.
I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah. No, love anytime we can catch up with you folks at the Mount Washington Observatory. I'm still waiting on my tour, though I kind of want to tour on a day when we have this high wind potential. Yeah, though
like fun.
I may have to be strapped down, otherwise I'll blow away. It was so fun to talk to you. Charlie Peachey out of the Mount Washington Observatory there. Thank you. Enjoy spring.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever extremes it brings.
Enjoy the weather.
Yeah.